Good morning, everybody. A very short Nero for me today because I'm heading to the hostel. It is a brand new week. What I will do at the hostel is what I usually do. Well, what I always do. Obviously rest, go through my resupply, see what other items I need, plan out the next week, check out, what the terrain is, how many miles I think I can do on a given day based on that, and just get ready to keep moving on. But for now, a new and mileage-wise, very brief day begins. This being a short day, I wasn't sure there were going to be any views. But I just walked up a pretty steep hill, turned around, and that was the view behind me. But quite a nice 360 view. The trail continues off that way. And where I came from. I don't know whether the ATC posted this or someone else, but there you go. 2/3 of the way to Springer. Good morning, everybody. Just had a wonderful breakfast at the hostel and getting ready to leave. Today's supposed to be a nice day on the cool side, which is always good. There is rain predicted for tomorrow, but we'll let that, come as it comes tomorrow. But going to get some miles in today. There are several hikers here at the hostel, which is nice. It's nice to trade stories and what have you. But I'm just about to hit the trail again, and a new day begins. I just left the hostel. You can hear probably the road traffic. That's actually I-81. But I had a great stay at the Beech Hostel. Yeehaw, his trail name, and Beth were marvelous hosts. But it is a late start for me for the day. That's because breakfast was served at 8 o'clock, and it was a delicious breakfast. But usually, I'm on the trail 2.5 hours earlier. So it's definitely a late start for me. But nonetheless, a wonderful stay at Beech Hill. The area that I'm hiking into today is the Virginia Triple Crown. And what I'm going to see today, and what you're going to see today, are Tinker Cliffs, or the view from Tinker Cliffs. If there are any views before then, obviously I will show them to you. So, let's see how the day goes. Just a little morning breakfast on the trail. You know you're ridge walking when on either side of you there's a big drop off. So stay on top of the ridge. Don't fall off. I don't know what river that is. It's a pretty nice view. And then that is Daleville, where I just came from. Very nice. The fall colors are coming. The view from Tinker Cliffs, the first of the Virginia Triple Crown sites that we're going to see. I have hiked this section of trail 2 times before, but never at this time of year, and never before have these plants, yellow crown beard, been so prevalent. So even when you hike the same trail, if you do it different times of year, it becomes a brand new trail because you're experiencing different things. You can see how dry it's been by taking a look at the bank of the river.
It's a wreck area. I thought it was a river at first, like the James River, but then I looked it up, like something cove.
It's still dry. You can see the bank.
Yeah, oh yeah, and that's pretty far down.
Yep. But we are expecting rain tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Hello. I'm in camp now. I'm heading down to get some water. Water's been pretty scarce. But it was a good day. Challenging bit of trail. I mean, nothing was super tough in terms of climbs. It was just a lot of ups, but also some good sights. The view from Tinker Cliffs was wonderful, and there were some pretty terrific sights before that. So that's it for today. Now tomorrow it is supposed to rain. It's supposed to rain a lot. So a short day is planned to get out of the rain as quickly as possible. But that's for tomorrow. As for now, that's the day. See you tomorrow. All right, that is the famous McAfee Knob, the most photographed spot on the AT. As you can see, it is raining. You can probably see water splashing in the puddle. I was able to get a couple photos using my camera remote, but certainly not as good as they would have been on a sunny day. But that's pretty much the way today's going to be. You probably cannot see the steady mist of rain falling down. It was raining a lot heavier not long ago. I'm staying at the Four Pines Hostel, and yes, there are free-range chickens here. It's actually a very nice hostel.
So today I did a little over 10 miles, often in pouring rain. But, you know, I'm trying to do as many Neros and fewer zeros on this part of the hike. 10 miles moves me 10 miles more up the trail. So, considering the rainy conditions, I call that a good day. And that's it for today. And I will see you tomorrow with or without chickens.
Good morning. You may hear the cars behind me. I just got back on trail after leaving the hostel. It is raining again. It's not supposed to be an all-day rain event, but we shall see. Weathermen have been wrong before. But a new day begins. Normally, this is a fantastic view on the way to Dragon's Tooth. But this is what you get today. This is my third time at Dragon's Tooth. The first two were when I did section hikes. But this time, I'm here as a thru hiker. In addition to Dragon's Tooth itself, you've got the rest of the incredible rock formation. And once again, if it were a clear day, that would be a fantastic view. But we have completed the Virginia Triple Crown. Tinker Cliffs, McAfee Knob, Dragon's Tooth. "700 miles to go." Unbelievable. I hate that it's such a miserable day, but this is one of the non-natural monuments that I wanted to see on my hike. This monument commemorating Audie Murphy, put here by the Veterans of Foreign War. And you can see everything that surrounds it. Kathy and I saw the memorial at the site where he earned his Medal of Honor. And I've always wanted to put the two together. The most decorated veteran of World War II. Well, hello. I'm shielding the light so you can see me a little bit better. Obviously, it is dark. Today was a very wet day. Did do Dragon's Tooth. Did see the Audie Murphy Memorial, which I really wanted to see. But other than that, it was a real slog. The climbs were long and tedious. Not difficult, but just long. And got some long climbs tomorrow. We'll see how the weather is. But that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Good morning. Actually kind of a wet morning. If you hear the water dropping, it's not actually raining. That's just water dropping from the leaves. It is supposed to rain later this afternoon, however. So that would make 3 days in a row. I don't know if there are any specific views or sights up ahead, but we shall find out. The new day begins. Well, we're starting off with another day of this, but I do have hope. The sun is trying to burn through. So maybe later on there will be some views.
The Eastern Continental Divide. Appropriate since it's raining. Water that falls to... Oh, here comes Lady Slipper. Water that falls to the right will eventually make its way to the Atlantic Ocean, and to the left to the Gulf of Mexico. These cairns, and apparently there are others along the trail, were supposedly built by early farmers. I have no idea what purpose they served. Perhaps boundary markers, I don't know. I can think of easier ways of doing that, but they must have signified something. Courtesy of a cut for power lines, we actually have a bit of a view. You can see that it's still overcast. The mist is trying to burn off. But it has not succeeded in the higher elevations. I don't know if it's coming through on the video, but there's lots of color on the trail. And I'm sure as I continue south, there's going to be just an explosion of color. The Kefir oak, the largest oak tree on the AT, and it's estimated to be at least 300 years old. The trail comes out of the woods to this meadow and this delightful view. Good evening. It was a long day, 18 plus miles. Got to the shelter later than I normally like to. Finished eating my dinner, once again, later than I normally like to do. It was the third day of rain. It was misting in the morning, but then the sun did come out, and I thought, all right, we're gonna end the day, with sunshine. But about 3 miles or so before I got to the shelter, I heard the rumble of thunder and the sky opened up. So the third day in a row of getting drenched. But that's the way it goes when you hike the AT. But that's it for today. Tomorrow is supposed to be a better day, so I'll see you then. Good morning, everyone. Well, as I hope you can see from the background, the sun is out. First time I've seen that in a few days. And while I haven't heard an up-to-date forecast, the last forecast I heard said today was going to be a good day. It's also going to be another long day, 18.2 miles, I believe. Don't know what views we may see along the way, but if there are some good ones, and with the sun out today, I hope there will be, I'll show them to you. A new day begins. So far, not many sights. But this section of very rocky trail reminds me of Pennsylvania in not a good way. Well, this evening I am stealth camping. Here is my tent set up. I'm going to be making my dinner shortly. There was really only one view today. Parts of the trail were very challenging, but at least the day is done. So, rather than seeing me, you're seeing my tent. But that's it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's a little misty here on top of the mountain. Hopefully that'll burn off quickly. I've been told by others who have hiked this section of trail that there are some views to see, but we're not going to see them if it's still misty. So, high today is supposed to be 81. That's the warm one, but the new day begins. We get a nice view today, courtesy of the cut for the power line. I'll take it. Another walk through a meadow with views. On both sides. You might be able to hear the train in the background. I'm wondering if that's going through Parisburg, which is where I'm headed. Sometimes you get to the top of a climb, turn around, and see what you can see. That's where I came from. Very pretty. And this also happens to be camping area, and there's a shelter there that I won't be staying at. This bramble bush liked my hat so much it snatched it right off my head. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me depending upon how many cars and trucks go by, but I am obviously doing a road walk now, going over the New River, heading into Parisburg. And of course, you can see the mountains all around. Got a little road walk, about a half mile from where I will get picked up. Hello. Well, I'm at the parking area, Virginia Route 100, and I'm waiting to get picked up by the hostel. It wasn't a bad day. I mean, it was a short day mileage-wise. The trail was pretty decent. I mean, there were parts of it that were a pain in the neck, but by and large, in comparison with the last couple of days, it wasn't bad at all. And there was one stretch from the time I got water up to a parking area. It was about a little over 2 mile stretch that the trail was absolutely fantastic. Now it was downhill a bit, but also was incredibly well groomed because it was a touristy area. But it was a decent day of hiking. I may or may not video when I get to the shelter. Excuse me, when I get to the hostel. We'll see. So this is where I'm staying, Angel's Rest Hiker Hostel. That's check-in. The crew staying in different places. This is the bunkhouse, as you can tell by the name, where I'm staying. The bathhouse, and then behind it is the laundry area. I'm having my laundry done now. There's plenty of places for people to tent, so it's a very nice day. I'm in a swing because why not? I'm in a hostel. Not a bad day. I definitely need the break. One of the people that I've been hiking with for the past couple of days is here, Chopsticks, which is kind of surprised because I thought he was going to move on. Another person that I've been hiking with for a while, in fact, someone that I hiked with up north, Lady Slipper, did in fact move on. She took a 0 earlier this week. I just got texted by Vireo. She's coming in. So, you know, 2 of the 3 people that I've been hiking with, you know, off and on for a week or so are going to be here, which is nice. Chopsticks is moving on tomorrow because today was his 0. I'm planning on zeroing. I think Vireo is, primarily because she's getting in late today, and I know she'll have to do some resupply as I will. What I'm going to do tomorrow is, you know, plan out the week ahead. But today's Saturday, so it's the end of the week. What's on the agenda is getting some dinner and relaxing. Tomorrow, I will do some resupply. I've got to figure out what I have still, and you know, how much more I will need to get me to the next point where I can do some resupply. I'm thinking about making some changes. It's pretty heavy carrying 6 or 7 days worth of food. Most long distance hikers carry about 4 days worth of food. It does make a big difference when you're carrying a heavy pack many miles. But I got to plan that out and figure out where I can resupply. But that's for tomorrow. As it is, that's it for today. That's it for the week. And I will see you, maybe in this swing, maybe not, tomorrow.